talk to your friends and find out if you know of any very good projects in the city. Another one came to us here at the radio was one organization. It's called Hub. It's in Beaumont Leys, and Beaumont Leys area. I'm pretty sure that is the area. No, sorry, I got it wrong. It's in New Parks. And what happened here is the Hub is a community center and supporting the New Parks community over there. And they've had some serious issues with their building, and a new roof was required. And the Hub is doing some wonderful work there for the community, and they're in requirement of £2,500 to complete that project. Now, of course, when they need this money in the community, or out of the wider community, any support given to them is appreciated. So sometimes we keep everything centric to our own areas and our own communities, but really we should support the wider community, because whatever we can do to make a difference, there'll be some good ajr, some goodness will come out of it. So if any of you want to support that initiative, £2,500, anything you can contribute will be passed on to the Hub, and perhaps somebody from the Hub can also come in and engage with us, and we can talk to them, share with them, because it's an area that I'm not super familiar with. But those of you who don't know where this area is, it's on the side, on the ring road, that area. If you go on the ring road, you will see that. So if you catch a ring road from the Sainsbury's on Melton Road, you follow that road across, you will come through the New Parks area, and then you're heading to the motorway roundabout. So that is where it is, the New Parks, the Hub. They require £2,500. So any of you who want to contribute to that project, then please do contact with us at the radio. You're listening to me right now on Ramadan Radio on 87.9 FM. And our telephone number here is 01164 822 086. And our mobile and our WhatsApp is 077 488 55055. So please do join us and give us a call and share with us any projects that you are aware of. And I know that there are hundreds of projects throughout the city. So if you cannot think of one, and you think of one even tomorrow, then do connect with us. There are so many good things happening in the city with the homeless sector, the number of people involved there. We talk to quite a few groups, Help the Homeless. We talk to Action Homeless. We talk to Salma Rawat from One Roof. And there are many more that at the city retreat. There are so many more that are doing some fantastic support work. So we want all of you to get involved and take part in some good things that are happening in the community. This is not my community, this is your community. So the difference you can make is immense. Every one of us is empowered in this dunya to make a difference. That's why we call it the Mad Hour. The Mad Hour is where we meet people and we make a difference. So engage your children, engage everybody in the community, in your families, to doing good work. And as we say here on the radio, every day we remind you, your good actions plants the seeds for your good deeds. So our guest is ready, or we got a call. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum. Wa alaikum salam.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah. Zed, how are you?
I'm okay. How are you, my brother?
Alhamdulillah, not bad. How was your bank holiday weekend?
Well, it was hectic. We had quite a few young people, as I mentioned earlier on here, engaging with us here. Of course, you being the first caller has just qualified for a brew voucher.
I'm over the moon.
Yeah,
I'm on it.
I've got that in my pocket, and you're limited to a shake, a waffle, and a cup of coffee. That's what you get with this voucher. So as soon as COVID is over, you are on. Yes?
Oh, inshallah. Inshallah. I'm very pleased to be the first caller, and I'm honored that I've been given a blue badge. Alhamdulillah.
MashaAllah. Now, my friend, wonderful day today. Introduce yourself to the listening people throughout the world.
Alhamdulillah. So, Zed, we're a club called Leicester United. Alhamdulillah, based in Leicester. We're a veterans football club, so we play football matches for charity across the UK, and then we kind of affiliate ourselves with reputable charities and do projects both here in the UK as well as abroad. So we're working with the Human Relief Foundation for a campaign that we're doing in Ghana, which is actually it's one of our 4 projects in one. We're building a masjid, a school, a community skills center, and water wells there. And we have our first charity football match on the 15th of May in Luton, alhamdulillah. So I just wanted to put it out to yourself as well as to brothers and sisters that, alhamdulillah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala works in such a mysterious way in terms that you can still do the things that you enjoy, but by giving sadaqah for that, you can turn that enjoyment into a form of ibadah. So we're playing football because we enjoy football, but because hopefully Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accepts us, but because we're doing it for sadaqah, we're hoping that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accepts it as a means of goodness from us.
Of course, I would like you to let us know when is your charity football match, so some of us here can come and watch, and we can also engage with you. And there's some wonderful projects here, even in the city. So I need you to save a few pennies for people here in the city as well. And
yeah, inshallah, I was listening to your show, and you've been talking about the Leicester Children's Hospital.
Yeah, that's right. In fact, straight after this program, I'm going there to have a tour there and engage with the whole operation over there. So I'll bring you back more information tomorrow. And that's a wonderful project that we should all take ownership of. So please do involve with that. Now, sorry to interrupt you now. I'm going to pick up with you on your telephone directly after the show. And we're going to talk some more one-to-one because I've got a guest waiting and we're on a timer here. So, Jazakallah khair. I look forward to meeting you very soon. Jazakallah khair.
You too. Okay,
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
Well, my brother, I apologize. We're a little bit running 4 or 5 minutes late, so I'd like to drive straight into this today's encounter with Mr. Rashid Gatrad. So please do take the honor to introduce yourself, and we call it here on the radio, what, why, when, where, how.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, thank you very much for inviting me. My name is Professor Gatrad. I'm a consultant pediatrician in the Midlands and professor of pediatrics at the University of Kentucky and also Wolverhampton. My reason for coming to you today basically is to talk about World Against Single-Use Plastic and also about Midland International Aid Trust. I originally come from Malawi. A family name a lot of people in Leicester would know is Osman Adam family, and I've got lots of relatives in Leicester and various parts of the UK.
MashaAllah. I shall start connecting with all your relatives. I think I know some of them already.
Good. Excellent. What did you want me to talk about my project? What's up project?
Well, we're just going to sit back, relax, and listen to your project and tell us about the WhatsApp project. I did mention it to somebody, some of our crew here yesterday, and I said to them WhatsApp, and they were looking at their phones thinking I've said WhatsApp.
Yeah, it's actually WhatsApp. There's no T in
WhatsApp,
it.
W-A-S-S-U-P. It's a
W-A-S-U-P.
Yeah.
It's just single S, yeah? WhatsApp.
Yeah, that's right.
So WhatsApp is World Against Single-Use Plastic. I think the important thing is that we have to realize that if by 2050 we don't do something about the scourge of the plastic tide, we will have more plastic in the ocean than there'll be fish. Now, when you throw plastic bottles away or plastic bags away, 3 things can happen to them. One of them, it could be recycled, which is brilliant. The second thing is that it could be put into a landfill. It could stay there for years and years and years. Plastic takes 1,000 years to degrade. So it's going to be, the first time plastic was produced 150 years ago, it is still present. So plastic takes ages to disintegrate. So when plastic is in the earth, it actually what we call leaches. So it produces poisons. So that poison goes into the earth and it poisons the plants, it poisons the animals that are feeding on these plants. And it also goes through underground streams into the oceans. And it kills the bacteria that get rid of the carbon dioxide in the ocean. So the carbon dioxide level increases, so water becomes more acidic, and more marine animals die. Apart from the fact that the plastic actually itself not only entangles some of the animals, but if these animals in fact eat plastic, they're tricked into thinking that their stomachs are full and they die of starvation. So you're getting a double whammy here in terms of what plastics can do to marine animals. But when we eat when we eat fish or marine animals, they already have plastic in them. And research has already shown that all of us have got microplastic in our body. So as you listen to me and I talk to you, we all have microplastic in our body. So microplastic has got a lot of impacts potentially on what happens to us. First of all, it can cause cancers. Secondly, it can affect newborn babies and is passed on from the mother to the baby. And thirdly, it can affect your immune system. So it is a horrible thing to have in your body. So it is something that we need to do something about. And that's why 3 years ago, I started this movement called WhatsApp, which now is running right across the UK, and indeed even in Leicester. And in Leicester, you might know Shabir Ibrahim from SI Opticals.
Yes, I do know him.
Yes. So he's the chief WhatsApp ambassador for Leicester. And last week he did a canal clean, even during Ramzan, which was fantastic. Canal clean with quite a few people from our community, and did a fantastic job. So we've got ambassadors like him all over the UK, Coventry, Worcester, and also in many places abroad, such as Pakistan, India, and also South Africa and Malawi. So WhatsApp has actually spread hugely, partly because we are attached to quite big organizations, such as the Commonwealth Games and also the Miss England pageant, which means Miss England finalists, most of them work with me around the UK, propagating and expounding the principles of WhatsApp. The principles of WhatsApp are easy and four. First of all, raising awareness of the dangers of plastic that I've talked to you about. Secondly, to educate people in schools, which my volunteers do, because WhatsApp is a completely volunteering organization. Nobody gets paid. We all enjoy doing what we are doing. We get people together. We educate them. We have fun. But at the same time, getting people out, it helps their mental and physical well-being. So it's a win-win situation, bringing communities together, decreasing loneliness, improving social cohesion. All these are positive side effects, I suppose, of WhatsApp. So litter picking is our third tenet. So we litter pick not only in canals, but also in streets. And fourthly, we put pressure. I've written letters to the government, I've written letters to the MPs to decrease plastic in its supply chain to the various corporates. So that's basically what we do. And I think importantly, the message to a lot of your listeners should be, particularly during Ramzan, that I feel that, if one looks at the verses from the Quran, there is a verse which says, adhere to the original design of Allah, upon which He has created all people. So if we actually analyze this particular verse, it impacts on what WhatsApp is doing. So I think importantly, we need more and more people to join in this movement, which has taken root and it's grown in strength. And the momentum, I hope, from today's interview with you guys, and hopefully subsequent interaction, we should be able to have an even bigger impact.
Of course, there is massive change worldwide happening as we speak. If you can all follow the recycle logos, the government has absolutely responded and created a lot of legislation, and every industry is responding accordingly. And as you can know, that plastic is related directly to the oil cycle, the oil production, and there are many, many conglomerates who are all part of this journey. And the UK government and the European governments have put very, very strict impositions on all manufacturers who are involved in the process of plastic packaging in the form of various changes imminent. You will see forthcoming in the supermarkets the way chicken is packed on a tray and then more plastic above it, and all that is being radically reduced. The impact of logistics saves millions of pounds to industry. The number of trucks that are on the road will reduce, and there are so many what we call off-cut knock-on effects, benefits. And today is a very short time to discuss all of that, and definitely it's a
I think we can't say that plastic is all bad, because plastic, for example, in windmills, plastic in windmills, obviously it creates energy. Plastic in cars makes them much lighter, and it also obviously decreases the carbon footprint because the cars are light. So not all plastic is bad. Plastic, even in medical terminology, if we talk about heart valves and medical tubing and catheters,
the issue,
all good.
The issue that's been imposed by the government is the recycle.
That's right. It's largely packaging, isn't it?
Yeah, packaging that does not, reduction of packaging has been absolutely colossal across the board. And all the people like myself who are in that industry,
absolutely,
we feel what's going on more than anybody else, more than what even the media will dispel into the marketplace. So a lot of good is happening, and it's imminent that a change is happening rapid, and the effects of it in the oceans is not even to be debated. It's clearly evident to be seen by all. So
absolutely. I need to actually have an interaction with Clifton Packaging.
Definitely,
and perhaps there is something together that we could do, and I could learn from you.
Definitely.
As to what you're doing.
After Ramadan, we'll organize a little talk, a little seminar, and our experts who are very good at this, because they do regular presentations to all the big 5 supermarket chains in the UK.
Inshallah.
And we can all learn from each other and support some of the good work that you're doing from this organization. So
lovely.
I'm going to suggest that we're going to link up again with yourself, definitely, because today is a very short time to discuss everything. So can you briefly tell us about the second organization that you are working with, because we only have 3 minutes.
Yeah, okay. MIAT is Midland International Aid Trust. That is a much older organization. I became a chief executive 1993 after the Bosnian War. And we started working in Pakistan and Bosnia to start with. And I was already working in Malawi before I joined this. And now with Midland International Aid Trust, I'm working in 20 countries. Just this Ramzan, for example, we've supported 3 countries in Africa, which are Sierra Leone, Kenya, and Malawi. We've done Bosnia, Albania, Syria, Yemen, Pakistan, and also India with the oxygen cylinders. So we raise funds through zakat money that is sent to us, and indeed there are some days left during this Ramzan. If you were to want to send some zakat, we'd be happy to use it towards the projects that we are doing. But in the long term, the biggest thing we do is change people's lives, particularly girls. So I'll give you a quick example. We help girls with cleft operations, cleft lip and palate operations. We help children who have got club feet so that they can walk properly. We help them with hearing problems so they can integrate into society. Because any of these things, they can't go to school, they have to go begging on the streets. And these children, particularly girls, get trafficked. And that is something that we want to stop. And my projects, most of the medical projects, are based around empowering girls. For example, in Gambia, we give them sanitary pads so they can go to school. In Kashmir, we build them toilets, girls' schools toilets, so that they can go to schools quite happily and not be kept at home because the toilets are not available. So overall, Midland International Aid Trust is just a two-man band. There's myself and somebody else. We have got a committee, but more often than not, you find that in committees, there are only a couple of people that do the work. Fortunately, I've got a wide net of contacts, and sometimes I have to ring them to say, is there any zakat you would like to give? But fortunately, over the years, a lot of people ring me to say, Dr. Saab, we have not actually heard from you this time. So anybody listening, I'm happy to help you to
Of course,
take
it's
your zakat.
absolutely wonderful work that you're doing. And we've been highlighting many, many fantastic organizations, and I have intention to make a complete database of all of these organizations so they can work together more strongly. Now, we're at the end of our program, so I'd like to thank you very much for joining us this morning. And I feel that we've made a connection today, and we're going to carry on with some good work. So, brothers and sisters, Jazakallah khair for listening in today from myself and Mr. Abdul Gatrad. And
Jazakallah, thank you very much for inviting
Assalamu
me.
alaikum.
And inshallah, I look forward to meeting you again.
Jazakallah khair.
Right.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu, brothers and sisters. We are back here on Ramadan Radio 87.9 FM. Jazakallah khair for some wonderful messages that we had, one telephone call we had, and I'm going to follow that up straight away. So we are back here with two wonderful guests who have joined us once again, and we're going to be talking about some absolute innovative products, products, and everything. So do make a call, ask a message, and send your text or your WhatsApp to 077-488-55055. Easy peasy number to remember, right? If you don't remember, I'm going to tell you again, 077-488-55055. So who have we got in our special guest room today? My controller tells me it's a wonderful Mr. Nazir Okai. Good morning to you.
Assalamu alaikum. Good morning, everybody.
And how are you this morning?
Alhamdulillah, blessed as always. We've been blessed, alhamdulillah.
And
Ramadan is going well.
How is Ramadan going for you?
Yes, alhamdulillah. Day 22, only 7 to go.
7 to go, mashallah. It is just flown by, hasn't it?
That's right, yes.
It's absolutely flown by. So today, we're going to also meet your wonderful daughter, Hannah. How are you this morning?
Alhamdulillah, I'm fine.
Of course, Mr. Nazir Okai, he's one of the, what we call, part of the furniture on Evington Road, the legendary Evington Road. You've been here a long time, haven't you, with your Ace Properties business?
Yes, touching the big 3 over 25 years now.
Over 25 years. And of course, you've seen a lot of changes here, haven't you? Right?
Well, Evington Road is changed from all sorts to a food street now. So yes, definitely.
So this is something to be very, very proud of. A lot of businesses here, they have been affected by decades of change, which we face every year. And of course, why we have to celebrate these changes is because some of the legends on this road have created hundreds of jobs throughout the country, and they've also had their flagship shops here on Evington Road. Like, I'll start off with the Chaiwala, I'll go to Chocoberry, I'll go to Johnny Custard, I'll go to Chili Flames, I'll go to Maryland, I'll go to Oodles. And we're all proud of these we call them the young warriors. They have absolutely set the bar and taken their businesses throughout the UK. And inshallah, one or two of them will also go global. So we say local, national,
you're right,
global.
Youngsters have done really, really well. But you're forgetting Ace Properties. I thought I'll put that in as well.
Well, Ace Properties is not a foodie. Here we focus on the F&B, and this is local, national, global. And I think the city of Leicester needs to make a tour here, meet all these guys, how they started the journey, and where they have taken. And they're a true asset to the city of Leicester. We're very proud of them. So I'm going to give a big shout to all of these wonderful youngsters. And in fact, Mr. Nazir, you and I and many of the other business should join to make this road a go-to place road in Leicester. So anybody who visits Leicester, they says, I want to go to Evington Road. So much decor we can add here, can't we?
Yes, we can promote it as a focal point for the food street, as it's always become, I believe. I think there is a lot of traffic in the daytime and in the evenings, more in the evenings now than daytime. But yes, I think it has created itself as a prominent position now.
Of course, today we're going to move on now to our other reason why we're here today, is to discuss about the work that you and Hannah are doing with H3. Now, tell us about H3, Hannah. What's H3 all about? Introduce yourself first. What, why, when, who, where? Let's hear it.
Assalamualaikum everyone. My name is Hannah. So I myself, my dad, and my 2 siblings, Hamza and Hajra. And my dad has been involved in projects in Malawi for a while now. And one of them was with Pacific Borehole Limited. And the project that they run is rehabilitating boreholes across Malawi. So I don't know how much people know about Malawi's background, so I'll just give a bit of background. There are nearly about 200 constituencies in Malawi, And over the years, the government and the charity have drilled over 60,000 boreholes across Malawi. And currently, about 4 out of 10, so 40% of those boreholes are not working or partially not working. That leaves people struggling to find water again. It takes people a step back. And with that, there comes a lot of difficulties because people are then traveling to find unclean water. And, there's a lot of waterborne diseases like cholera, which are prevalent in Malawi. So this project run by Pacific Borehole Limited started in 2015. And what they've done is they have created a team who can travel across these constituencies in Malawi and fix the boreholes. So instead of drilling a new one, which would cost twice the amount, they are fixing the ones that are already there.
Of course, absolutely astonishing figure. People are listening in right now. You would not have even believed or thought that these boreholes, they need regular maintenance, and sustainability is key here, Hannah. I'm very happy to hear about your project and to revive all the boreholes that were even created 5 years ago is the way forward, isn't it?
Exactly. There are some boreholes which have been left for 10, 12 years, and that people in the village have been struggling to get water because that borehole is no longer functioning. So it's definitely it's a really good project, and it's one that we wanted to support. So at H3O, we want to raise awareness and raise funds for this project because we think it's just amazing, and we really want to support it.
Of course, how long have you been set up with your charity?
We started to raise funds last Ramadan, but we couldn't really continue throughout the year. So this year was kind of the starting point. So we've launched everything. You can go to our website. It's at www.h3oaid.com. So it's really just beginning, but we want to get it out there now.
Of course, now in your charity, you're looking to expand your work that you're doing. What does it cost to recondition one borehole, to bring it back to life, water for life?
So at the moment, to rehabilitate one borehole costs £100.
It's a nominal cost, brothers and sisters. All of you listening in, is absolutely nominal cost. For £100, you can revive water for life for all the people who are living in these villages. Typically, how many people would be serving this borehole? How many people would it be serving?
I would say every constituency is a different population, but in a constitution in Malawi, there's 2 or 3 wards. Now, within the wards, most of these boreholes are based at the points of school, mosques, churches, and it varies between 5,000 people to 60,000 people. But on each borehole, I would say there would be about 60 to 70 homes nearby that's serving one borehole. As Hannah said, each new borehole to be dug is between £2,000 to £2,500. We get each borehole back to life for a mere £100. That is equivalent to between 20 and 25 boreholes not working. I mean, it's a no-brainer.
Of course it is, and I'd be absolutely interested to share this idea with some of the other African countries. As you're aware, that the advent of Asians in the city of Leicester, for example, it started off with the Ugandan Asians, followed by the Kenyan Asians, followed by the Malawi Asians. There was a domino effect when the expulsion started in 1972 for the Ugandan Asians. And these are wonderful ideas, Hannah, to share with not only Malawi, but with other countries that need that kind of experience and support. Because something different. We've come across in the city here with all the charity sector. Fantastic idea.
Zed, there's one thing that I need to sort of push here is the £100 that people donate for a borehole. The actual cost could be between 150 to 200. Now, this is what we want to sort of plug in. The USP about H3O and Pacific is Pacific works with the government and the parliament and the chiefs of the area. So what tends to happen is we ask the parliament, the chiefs of the area and the MPs of the area to come on board and say, how many boreholes do you have in this ward? For example, if they say there's 32 boreholes and 10 are not working, then they have to, the team that we send with materials, spares, transport, they have to accommodate them and they have to feed the team. So it's an inclusive project, not only, I don't want to criticize any charities, they're doing a wonderful job, but charities go in, they do their job, they get out. Unfortunately, I'm going to say this, biting my teeth, take loads of photographs, do loads of placards there, and then bye-bye. They don't know what's happening next year or 5 years in time. Now, this is what we want to prevent. We don't want people having photograph sessions, put big adverts, and then do nothing. Our charity will not give you no placards, no certificates, no photographs. It'll give you a service where people will get water. Now, that's the difference. The locals are involved, the MPs are involved, the chiefs of the areas are involved. I mean, it's something that I feel very strongly about.
Of course, and that's I'm going to share with you, I'll cut you here a second. I'm going to share with you an absolute wonderful idea from a young person who was involved in the charity sector here in Leicester with one of the major charities in the city. And he came forward with an idea. He said, instead of all of us doing different projects, if we took, for example, one village where you are doing a borehole and database the whole dynamics in that village, and 6 or 5 charities took the responsibility of that village to deliver different projects and took ownership of it and empower these people to the road to sustainability, you would be then creating change, working together as a team, as opposed to, like you said, each one doing their thing and then there's no long-term sustainability. So when you create a project based on sustainability, you're going to not change the life of one person, but 60,000 in that village. And this is the power of working together, isn't it? What a wonderful idea from a youngster. Jazakallah khair for that. What do you think about that, Hannah?
But the only issue is that here is that everyone wants to have their own name labeled. Now, this is where the egoism comes in. Of course, and people don't want to work together.
Hannah, Nazir, here at radio, there are no labels here. We only have Maimans here, no labels, right? And here, we just do what we have to do. There's no race, color, creed, culture, tradition. We're all here for the sake of Allah, and we are all interested in one thing, is the road to Jannah. And that's why we do these things, these wonderful things, right? So, Mr. Nazir, no negativism here. Only with Z is only one way to go, is positive energy, right?
That's why we are here with you, Z. We want to promote positivity. We want to promote things that, you know, that the future vision, as we call it. We want to make sure that after every work that's done, there's after-sales service. Z, you and I are businessmen. We know, we've been through this, that when we do something, there is after-sales service. We just don't turn away. And so to promote, progress, and enhance, we need all of us together, working together, and provide water.
Now, Hannah, I need you to spell out very clearly your website so we can share this with our community, and people can connect with you directly on the website and donate for some of these wonderful projects.
Yeah, of course. So please visit us at www.h30aid.com. We have our donate section there, and you can learn more about us, and you can contact us as well. All our contact details are there.
Of course, any donation anyone wishes to make, £10, £100, £250, as Mr. Nazir has mentioned, will be absolutely appreciated, and may Allah reward you for your efforts and your good intention, and you're making a difference to somebody's life out there. Water for life is going to be, the future is going to be the need for water for everybody, not only for one particular area, but the whole world is going to be looking at water. Water is going to become a very serious issue in the future, Nazir. Bye.
Hello, Zed.
Yes.
Just for Muslims only, it's lillah only. It's not zakat, yes?
Of course. And it can be a sadaqah. And if they can also bear that in mind, during the month of Ramadan, these are the last 10 days now, every day, do a good deed and go on to the website. Hannah, can you repeat that website again, please?
It's www.h30aid.com.
It's very easy to remember that. It's not H2O, it's H3O, right? It's a point of difference here, H3O. So certainly, all of you, 100, 250 pounds, 250 pounds, it can range from anywhere 100 to 250 pounds. Is that correct, Mr. Nazir?
Yes, anything. I mean, anything is will be help to someone out there. As Hannah always says, is H3O more than just water. H2O is water. We give it a little bit more than water. So H3O. Please remember us.
Of course. And what I'm going to suggest to all of you listening in, get a tin at home, put on there H3O, and get your kids to put in their 20 pence, 50 pence, whatever. And at the end of the year, when Ramadan comes, take that tin, empty it out, and pass it on to H3O. And that you could be doing that to 5, 6 different charities that you need 5 tins in the house, and everybody get involved from the children. When we start our children off at a very early age, Brother Nazir, in the world of charity, you are absolutely shaping them for the future, for a better future, aren't you?
Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah, that's correct.
Yeah, now all we got to find is 5 million tins, Brother Nazir.
Well, I can donate that.
Great, and we dish them out to every household out there. So that's another project you and I are doing after Ramadan, is collecting all the tins, and also we'll work hard at Evington Road together. So, time has flown by, Hannah.
Yes, thank you for having us, and thank you for giving us this opportunity to come and promote H3O. Please, everyone, come and support us, come and support these projects. We hope, inshallah, that I'll be able to take forward in the future.
An anonymous donation, £100 has come over the phone. So, guys, it was worth it.
Jazakallah, thank you.
25 minutes with Zed goes a long way, guys. £100 is in the bank already. Is that good?
That's very good.
So next time next time you see me, you just point your finger at me and you say 100. Right?
Yes, indeed.
So we're going to remember that. And Jazakallah khair, guys. It's been wonderful having Hannah and Nazir on the program this morning, and we're going to look forward to seeing you on Ramadan Radio 87.9 FM tomorrow morning. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Jazakallah khair for joining us.
Thank you, and wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah.